What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Geek XP. I'm Carson, and I have Nate with me.
Hello.
And this is Microsoft's E3 predictions for their press conference this time. We did Sony, we did Nintendo. It's time to do Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yeah? And I'm going to say up front, out of the three, this one's definitely going to be the shortest.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I think everyone can agree this is the one we know the least about.
I don't know what they're going to do.
So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the games that we expect to be there. 99% sure they're going to be there.
Okay.
Then we're going to hit some possibilities
Okay.
that might show up during their conference. And then some unlikely pipe dreams
Sounds good.
that absolutely won't show up. But who knows?
Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky.
Yeah. So let's hop into what to expect. I also would like to just quickly note, I think Microsoft has the most to prove out of the three companies.
Yes, 100%.
And that segues right into Scorpio. Okay? So Scorpio is going to be their main thing.
Right.
Everyone knows that's what they're going to try and push and market like crazy. And Microsoft, I have no doubt they're going to market this thing very well because it's Microsoft.
Well, they're good at that. Yeah, yeah.
They're great at that.
Are you going to buy it?
I can't say if I'm interested, but they're going to obviously reveal the price and release date for it. I would guess the release date would probably be around Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
most likely,
cool.
like right before Thanksgiving.
Close to the holidays.
Price, if we want to make price predictions, I think it's either going to be 500 or 600.
It's gonna be close to 6.
If it's 500, they're selling it at a loss for sure.
Yeah.
If it's 600, I almost feel like that's too much for me. Like, as me as a gamer, that's like too much to drop.
I honestly think this will be the first like upgraded version of the current generation that I will pass on. I've gotten every other one for Microsoft.
Yeah, I think we're kind of seeing the industry trend towards what like phones and tablets are doing. The more like iterations, like they're quicker,
great for a phone,
and they're like half steps.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's where they're trending towards.
I don't know if I like that or not, though.
I don't know either. I think we're just gonna have to see it play out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm Scorpio. Like, I'm guessing they're gonna try and show us a bunch of games that are running on Scorpio, right?
The problem is,
but they always do PCs, right?
They always do PC. Everyone always gets confused at E3 when they show off a game and it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, way more beautiful than it'll ever look on a system. They got called out for it last year.
Yeah, they did.
But it's because they're running on a PC.
Right. And it's a presentation. They want to show the best possible looking game. But they try to fine line of, like, doing a Watch Dogs type thing.
Well, it's extremely false advertisement.
Yeah. But if you understand that that's what they're doing, then you know what's happening. Right. And you know, like, it's not going to look that good when it's on my console.
Unfortunately.
But I think Scorpio is going to be able to do some really, like, some very interesting and good-looking graphics.
Well, I mean, it's a good reason for me to buy the game on PC when I can see what it looks like if it's not exclusive.
Yeah. I want to just bring up Destiny real quick. Destiny 2. It's been confirmed that PS4 Pro won't be going 60 FPS, but PC has an unlocked frame.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to wait a couple months.
Right, you have to wait for it, but it hasn't. They won't say anything about Scorpio. But the thing is, with Scorpio, that's not going to probably come out till November, and Destiny 2 comes out in September.
Right.
So you're going to have to wait. If I had to guess, I think they're probably going to up the frame rate on Scorpio.
It makes sense. If it's coming out now, there's no reason for them not to be up to date with the current needs of games.
And the devs at Destiny, Luke Smith, the director, he straight up said that PS4 Pro was not powerful enough to do what they have in the game. 1080p, 60 FPS. They said it was not powerful enough. So
I'm surprised they said that with how much they lean on Sony.
I know, right? I mean, I appreciate them being upfront about that.
Yeah.
So Scorpio is significantly more powerful than the PS4 Pro.
Yes. And I think you'll see that in the price.
Right. Actually, I take it back. PS4 Pro 4K 60 FPS was too much for the PS4 Pro.
The 4K.
I said 1080p.
Oh, you did?
That's the problem, is the 4K. And
all right, so that's not as much of a problem because who has a 4K
monitor? I don't care about 4K stuff at all. 1080p looks great to me.
1080p looks fantastic. 4K is just a nice little cherry on top.
Yeah, but I think it comes back to the fact that Scorpio is going to be for this kind of like niche gamer.
Yes.
That's very interested in the technical stuff. And that's totally okay to like really be into that stuff. personally, for me, I think gameplay is more important, and
100%.
I think frame rate is a little bit more important than the visuals
think that
too.
More than I do.
Yeah, that's just preference type of stuff. But yeah, Scorpio is going to be pushed real hard. So let's segue into some games that we're going to expect. Now, Halo 6 is not going to be showing up at E3.
Which is really interesting.
Which is super interesting to me, and that tells me I don't think it's coming out this year.
I think they're reworking it.
Well, we can talk about Halo 5 was a pretty big dud.
Yeah, they were all like, decisions, 2 teams,
Yeah.
and then everybody hated the 2-team mechanic in the story.
Yep, they're scrapping Locke.
So I think they had plans for Locke
Yeah.
and Master Chief in the 6th one, and now they're like, well, nobody liked that. Let's get rid of Locke, and now we have to remake the entire story.
I don't know anyone that really enjoyed Locke because they didn't really flesh him out that much. To me, there was just too many random characters.
Well,
just focus on Master Chief and Cortana.
You gave us a new character trying to force us to care about him over Master Chief when we're already invested in Master Chief's story.
So they have, honestly, I hope they kind of just revamp it again. They've done it 2 times already. I liked Halo 4 a lot better than Halo 5.
Oh,
I enjoyed the armor abilities.
Armor abilities would change things up.
I enjoyed all that stuff more than... And then they went back to the arena stuff in Halo 5, which was okay, but that kind of feels outdated now compared to all what other FPSs are doing now.
I'm real curious more about the multiplayer aspect of Halo 6 than I am the single player.
And I hope they get rid of the rec pack system. I did not enjoy the unlock system that they had. No, I did not like that at all. I like the ordnance drops in Halo 4. That's another thing I really enjoyed.
Cool.
It was cool.
Yeah, I really
So, we're not seeing Halo 6, but there have been rumors that we are going to see Halo, something Halo related. And I don't even...
mean?
It might be another, like, stopgap game in between 5 and 6. Like another ODST type game.
I'd be 100% okay with that. I would love, like, this one-shot story.
Smaller scale.
Yeah.
Quicker to develop.
Yeah.
That might come out this year.
I would love that.
That's going to be like a surprise. And then Halo 6 will be
the following year.
2018.
If they're smart, they do something like that. If they're bringing something Halo instead of, I think, what did Marley say when we were talking about this early? Cortana Bejeweled game.
They go mobile. Let's go mobile.
Let's go mobile.
For the Switch. No.
Oh, God.
No, not for the Switch. But yeah, Halo is coming. It's just not Halo 6. I don't even think we're getting a trailer for that at all. Halo 6. I think it's going to be, they're going to focus on this smaller Halo game that's coming.
It's going to be a funny moment when they bring up Halo. The crowd's going to go nuts. And then they'll be like, not Halo 6.
Before we did this discussion, I had to look up just to make sure it was there. And I was like, oh, good thing I looked that up because it is not going to be there. So let's go into Sea of Thieves.
Yo. This
is a game that's kind of been hanging around for a little bit by Rare, which Rare Studios, they did Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah. They're not the same studio that they used to be in the past.
No, they're not.
This game looks really cool.
Looks pretty.
But I probably won't be a person to pick it up.
I would want to be a person to pick it up.
You need a team.
You need a team who can communicate well and not argue. And I don't know if that'll work in, like, if there's, like, a matchmaking system or what. And I don't think you can play it single player at all.
Right.
I feel like, because from what they've shown of it so far, is like, you control every aspect of the ship.
Yep.
And so you need a full crew.
And I just see that not working out too well with randoms.
No.
Because in my head, someone has to be the leader, right?
You need a captain.
So someone needs to step up and be the leader and tell people what to do. And that, with randoms, is going to go terribly.
Yeah, you need a captain.
So it could end up being really cool. Like, you might get this really nice community that, like, really works together and stuff. Hopefully that happens, because if that game doesn't get a community, it's going to die so fast.
Well, they're pirates, so you'll get small communities, and then everybody will hate each other.
Oh, that'll work out great. But yeah, I love the visual style of that game. Like, it looks cool.
The visual style and the concept are awesome.
It's cool.
Working, I don't know.
It just worries me that it's taking them this long to kind of, like, get it. I think we saw 2 E3s ago.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been a long time then.
It's been a while. So, yeah. It's definitely showing up, and we'll get a release date for it. Probably coming out this year.
I hope so. I'd like to see how it works out.
I mean,
if it gets good reviews, I'd pick it up.
Xbox needs to put out some games.
Is that an exclusive?
Yeah, okay. It's an exclusive. Yeah. I just want to briefly bring up Halo Wars.
Yeah.
I think that franchise is dead now.
Sad
I don't
face.
think it's going to be showing up anymore.
No,
I think it's dead. I think Halo Wars 2 sold really bad.
That's what they're going to bring up about Halo. They're just going to be like, Halo Wars is dead.
I think I was one of the 10 people that bought that game. And I did enjoy it. But I don't think it sold well at all. And I think they put it out in a terrible spot. There were so many good games coming out.
What else came out around that?
Near the end of February.
Ooh.
Horizon, Zelda, all those start hitting.
Yeah, why would you do that? Were they trying to kill the series?
I think maybe.
Maybe they were just trying to end
They want to make a sequel because of the way it ends, but I don't think we're ever going to get one.
The development team wants to make a sequel.
Yeah.
The business side of it, maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. All right, Crackdown 3.
Ooh.
This is a game I don't know too much about, but
Crackdown is amazing.
I've heard that the 1 is really good.
1's really good. I don't remember much about 2.
I've heard people say they didn't really like 2 as much. I don't know.
I think that's true because I don't remember it. But Crackdown 1, I remember playing to the point of I had nothing left to do in the world. I collected. There were these orbs, and basically all your stats, your strength, your speed, your gun accuracy, your explosives, all of that are stats that can be upgraded by using them.
Okay.
So if you punch somebody, little orbs come out of them, and your strength goes up. And eventually you upgrade, and you can eventually pick up cards and throw them and become a superhero.
That's pretty cool.
And then, but there were also orbs scattered around the world that gave you upgrades throughout them all in one orb, and they were hidden. And I think there was over 300 of them. I collected all 300 of them.
Oh no!
I love that game because you got to explore a city, and the more you can jump, the higher the building you can climb.
Okay.
And the challenges were climbing the tallest building under this amount of time, and it was really challenging and really rewarding.
I remember the trailer. Now, this is another game that's been
in development
for a real long time, longer than Sea of Thieves. I think we saw a trailer for this when Xbox One launched.
No.
Or the year after, in 2014.
After.
This game, we haven't heard anything about it either. That's what really scares me. I'm worried something went wrong with that development cycle. I don't know.
I just think Microsoft just seems terrible about talking about what's in development right now.
Well, they're doing a good job about not getting the leaks and stuff.
You know who's really good about talking about what's in development? Nintendo.
Yeah. So yeah, Crackdown 3. I think I'm pretty confident it's gonna show up.
I'd be surprised if it didn't.
And that's another game I think will come out this year. So there's another exclusive.
I'd probably buy that one.
Yeah. It looked cool. The trailer. I don't think we've seen much gameplay, but the trailer was cool.
The only thing I didn't like about the first one, and I don't know if they fixed it in the second one, is basically there were gangs that took up parts of the cities, and once you took out their leader, that gang would disperse. And so if you took out all the leaders, there would be no more gangs on the street. You'd have no enemies to kill.
Interesting.
It was a major oversight.
All right, another game that we haven't seen, Cuphead.
That game looks so cool.
It looks so cool. Originally, it was kind of like a boss game where you would just fight bosses, and then people were like, hey, why don't you just make levels too?
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, we'll make levels. Then the next E3, they come around, they show their levels. Apparently, the levels weren't that good.
Oh, no.
The level design wasn't that great, and they're like, oh, no. And then they went back in development and kept working on it.
I'm really looking forward to this. I've been in that platformer craze.
So we could have had this game when they originally had it just the original way they had
boss fights.
The boss fights. We could have had it right now, but they decided to take longer and work on levels, and then the levels weren't good.
I think that's the right call, though.
I think so, but now I'm worried that the hype for it has died down. There was a lot of hype for it initially.
I think when it comes back, though, if the levels look really cool,
the
hype will come back. When people are like, oh, cool, they listen to us.
Hopefully.
And that's because the art style is so
It's
unique.
Old Disney.
Yeah.
It's 1940s Disney.
And the music's probably going to be awesome.
Yeah. It's really impressive what they're doing.
Even if the levels are kind of garbage, the boss fights are going to be really cool.
Yeah. I hope it turns out good. That game is super awesome, and it's exclusive to Xbox. Xbox, I feel doesn't have as many smaller indie type games.
Anymore.
So yeah, I think Cuphead will show up, and we'll finally get that this year too.
I really hope so.
All right, State of Decay 2.
I don't know anything about this game.
I don't know much about it either, to be honest. But I know we got a trailer for State of Decay 2 last year at E3. And then I don't think we really heard anything about it.
It's a zombie game.
It's a zombie game.
I got that from the Decay part.
Yeah.
And it's a sequel, because that's from the 2.
Yeah. That'll go up against some of Sony's zombie games and stuff like that. Yeah. To be honest, I'm not a big zombie fan.
I don't really these days.
I don't really play those games too much.
I've played most of them, a lot of them, and I haven't found one I've liked recently.
Yeah. You were a big fan of Last of Us and stuff.
Last of Us was probably the best one.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna play the hell out of the sequel.
Yeah. But I hope we see a little bit more of State of Decay 2 because the first trailer didn't really interest me that much. It just looked like another zombie game. I think they're adding multiplayer, which wasn't really a thing in the first one.
Look, if you're adding multiplayer and that includes PvP, like in this open world, that's gonna be garbage in a zombie game. Like if I have to worry about people killing me and taking my shit, that's gonna make me not want to play.
Ooh, that's possible.
What was it? What's that?
Tom Clancy's Division?
No, not a Division, but there's that zombie world on Steam.
World War Z.
Is that what it
is? Or
is?
that's a movie.
That's the movie. I forget what it's called
it's
now.
Something,
WWZ?
It's like Z-Nation. I don't know.
No, Z-Nation is the television show. But you guys know what I'm talking about. It's that one that everybody plays, but like the PvP in that, you get shot, your gear drops, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
It's for hardcore PvP players.
Hey, a lot of people like zombie games, so
it'll sell.
Go for it. I think it will sell well. All right, the last games to expect is a game I don't have a name for, but I believe they're going to have a new IP to reveal.
That's what the game's going to be called, new IP.
New IP. I think they're going to have a brand new franchise or something.
They need something, because all of that stuff on the list we've talked about so far has been stuff we've been aware of.
Yeah, for a while.
Something big and something new to make me go, cool, if I get Scorpio, I can play this. Cool, let me resubscribe.
Yeah.
Cool, let me dust off my super dusty Xbox right now.
Yep. Maybe they'll show off Lord of the Rings Shadow of Mordor 2, right?
Yeah, but we already know that's coming.
It's third party.
Yeah.
It's not exclusive, but
new.
I think they might show a bunch of third party games that look really good on the Scorpio, right?
Yeah, but are they going to show it on the Scorpio?
I mean, it's back to that PC thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, it might just be a souped up PC. And I feel like it would be smart to just be like, we're running this on Scorpio and this is what it looks.
All right, if they do that, I will major props.
So, I think new IPs coming. That's always a good thing to have at E3. And I think PlayStation will probably maybe have at least one new IP too. And I think Nintendo will too. Like I think it's important to show originality and stuff like that. All right, so segueing out of what we expect to be there, possibilities.
What do you think is coming?
And these are going to get super short because I don't know what Microsoft's working on really.
I have a few. Do not know.
I have a few guesses, and I think I'm going to say Moon Studios, okay, the Ori and the Blind Forest developers. I love that game so much. Mm-hmm. That was probably my favorite Xbox exclusive so far.
It was such a good game.
You can get it on PC also.
Now or when
it was always PC and Xbox One, so not technically exclusive.
Yeah, it's Microsoft.
But it's Microsoft. I think we're gonna get a trailer for their next game. It won't be coming out this year, but it'll be coming out in 2018.
Dude, that would be amazing. I would love to see what they're working on right now.
Ori and the Blind Forest came out in 2015, at the beginning of 2015, like March.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. Then they did a definitive edition in 2016, the next year.
So it's been another year.
But they were working on their next game.
They weren't
like the definitive edition wasn't a lot extra.
No.
In there, but I can't wait to see what they do because their artists are so good.
They're so talented.
Their platforming, their game design, so good.
The whole studio as a whole is talented.
For their first project as a studio, it was very impressive. Clearly they have a bunch of high level professionals working there.
I want to work there. Hire me.
I watched all their behind the scenes stuff, working in Unity and stuff. Really cool. So cool.
I know some Unity.
So yeah, I think that's a possibility to show up.
Yeah.
And I almost want to say I expect it, but
don't do that.
I'm not.
You get your hopes
I'm not 100% sure, really. All right, so the next one, Cyberpunk. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about this game, but I think CD Projekt Red is ready to show it. And Sony's got all these deals with all these other third-party publishers to show it off.
CD Projekt Red could be just here's Cyberpunk released right now. I'd buy it, no questions asked.
Oh, yeah, totally.
They don't need to show me shit.
They don't have to prove anything to me. Witcher is so good.
I will blindly. It doesn't even have to have a title or a picture. If it just says CD Projekt Red on the front, I'm buying it.
That cardinal.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I need to see.
I just need to see a cardinal.
Yeah. It could be about a cardinal.
It could be about a cardinal. But I expect them to be shown off completely on the Xbox stage.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that's going to be Microsoft's bet. And maybe they'll get exclusive stuff. You know, like they take a page out of Sony's book. Because Sony did such a good job with making those deals.
They did
with
a really good job last year.
Call of Duty and Destiny.
Dude, that Destiny one was fucking dicks.
I hate it.
I didn't have to worry about it. I had played it on PlayStation.
I hated that whole deal. But Sony was wise in doing that. I think Microsoft would benefit greatly from making a similar deal with Cyberpunk.
That'd be cool.
So I think, that's my possibility for Cyberpunk.
It needs to happen.
It needs to happen. My third one, Gears of War, might be teased. The next one, maybe.
Listen, that game I never played the last one.
It got great reviews.
I know, and I need to buy it. I need to play it maybe when it goes on sale.
Honestly, it's probably pretty cheap nowadays.
I really need, because I loved the first set of them.
Yeah.
And then I didn't like
the original trilogy. Then they had like a prequel.
Yeah, I didn't like that one that much.
I never played that one. I played the first three.
First three were so good.
Yeah, I love those games.
I got super into the multiplayer.
Yeah. I think hype has died down, though, a lot on that franchise. It's not what it used to be. I don't think there's as much interest.
When you don't end a game when you should end a game. Everyone gets super hyped for the third one in a trilogy.
Oh.
And then you're like, well, here's 3 more.
So, I don't know. It might be too soon to show the next Gears, what they're working on. Because that came out last year, right?
I feel like the only way to build hype for that is to hint at it and then just shut up.
Hint, like, obviously they're working on the next one.
Hint at it and then don't mention it for a year.
Show it, a teaser. Then maybe it'll come out fall 2018.
Yeah.
The next one.
Like, if you don't show anything, if you just make everybody think, all right, this is cool, and then don't mention it for a year, and then you come back, all of a sudden people are going to be hyped for it.
Yeah. So, do you have any other possibilities that you can think of, Nate?
Not really. I mean, you touched on everything.
All right. Yeah, that's all I've got for possibilities. Unlikely. Pipe Dream is next.
Scalebound!
Okay, so recent news on Scalebound. It got canceled a while back.
Yeah.
All right? And it was really sad, because that game looked really cool.
It looks so cool.
It was developed by Platinum Games. They've done Bayonetta and a bunch of other wacky, crazy action games. They did Nier Automata, which looks really good. So Scalebound got canceled, but recently Microsoft acquired rights. I think they basically took the game away from Platinum, and now Microsoft solely owns the rights.
What does that mean, though?
So Platinum had it was their game, and Microsoft was help funding them. Right. I believe this is true. I'm not 100% sure on this. They have the rights now to it, Microsoft. So that tells me that they're not quite ready to let this game go. Because in my opinion, this game's been in development for a while. There's a game there somewhere that's playable. It's just something's not quite right with it.
I wonder if there was an argument between Microsoft and them.
Yeah, there was, because Microsoft had a different vision.
Right.
Platinum wanted to do, I think a more open world RPG thing, and Microsoft was like, no, we want more action-oriented type stuff.
Well, so in my mind, then, the cancellation was them unable to compromise in some way. And then Microsoft, look, we're buying this, we'll buy this game for you, how much? And then we'll make it the way we want to make it. So we're going to get a Scalebound. But it's not what it originally was going to be.
But I had this in the unlikely / pipe dream, though, because the game was canceled. The game was canceled. But maybe that was just, it was like Platinum's game was canceled. Now it's Microsoft.
That's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen.
And I think we're going to get a... I don't know if we're going to hear much about it this E3, but at a later event, maybe, we'll see a new trailer, and maybe the game will look a little different than what we remember.
It's also probably to stop Platinum from making the game on their own with somebody else.
Yeah, Platinum's probably moved on to other stuff by now. But yeah, that's all I got for unlikely stuff. Do you got anything to throw in there real quick?
You got one more thing on your list, Carson.
Oh, yeah, look at that. I almost didn't want to say it because it's so unlikely.
That's why I pointed it out, because it's hilarious.
Prince of Persia will be revived, LOL.
Oh, man, I read that. I was super happy you wrote that down.
I just want another Prince of Persia game. And to be really specific, I want another game similar to that 2008 game. with the crate with the nice art style and stuff. I want another game like that. That was so good. I love that game. I'm not a big Prince of Persia fan, but I would just love to see that franchise come back. I feel like it's been eaten by Assassin's Creed.
I have a pipe dream, a good Assassin's Creed game.
Oh, shit. There's some shade. Disrespect.
Listen, I miss the good old days.
I'm pretty confident that this next Assassin's Creed is probably going to be pretty legit.
Yeah, I do too. The next one, they've learned a lot. They've slowly tried to correct their mistakes.
However, I will be cautious. I haven't bought the last 2 games.
I bought... What was the last one?
You got Unity, didn't you?
Yes.
It was Unity and then the English one.
No, I have both.
Oh, you bought both of them.
I bought Unity, played it for about like maybe an hour, and then never touched it again. The British one.
The England one.
I liked more.
I can't remember the name of it.
I can't think of what it's called either, but I liked it more than the Unity.
Yeah.
I beat Unity.
Okay, wow.
And Unity's end was garbage because if your character never showed up...
Spoilers.
If your character never showed up, the game would have ended the exact same way.
Ah.
Your character had nothing to do with the story.
No, that
basically.
sucks. That sucks.
It's real dumb. Like, what you're trying to stop the Templars from finding, spoiler, they find it, and it doesn't do anything. So basically, if you never showed up to begin with, they still would have found it, and it still would have done nothing.
Alright.
I was so disappointed.
So, I have a pretty positive outlook on this next Assassin's Creed game. That'll be fully shown at Ubisoft's conference. But yeah, that's... I've got nothing else left here for Microsoft. This, like I promised, this is going to be the shortest one out of the 3. We'll see what they bring to the table.
Cool. I mean, I'm pretty hopeful due to the fact that I have no idea what they're bringing.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting. I like that about Nintendo and Microsoft. I feel like they got some surprises.
Microsoft is definitely the wild card right now.
Yeah.
Out of all of them.
Sony, I feel like I know everything they're going to do. Like, because they've announced all their games, basically. Like, there might be a few surprises, but we know, like, all what they're doing, I feel like.
And Nintendo, you don't know what their plans are for some of the games, but you kind of know where they're headed.
Yeah.
Like, you know what games... They keep coming out with the same games and new versions.
Yep. So, just to reiterate it, Microsoft's going to focus on Scorpio and try and sell that. The price $500 or $600. That's
$736.
Oh, that's so specific and very high.
67 cents.
67 cents. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to our Microsoft predictions for E3. If you disagree with anything or agree with something that we said, just let us know in the comment section below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to hear more on our video game thoughts. We're going to try and live stream each conference. We're going to try. We haven't done that before.
It might be hard as Nintendo.
I think,
the middle of the
week. It probably will just be me. I'll take off work. Sick day. But yeah, look out for that in the future. So yeah, guys, thanks for listening and watching, and we'll see you at our next video.
Bye.